10 years ago, the idea of an all-electric bus fleet in London felt like a distant dream. Today it's a reality, and it all started with this bus. The Enviro 200 EV. This is the story of how London's red buses went from diesel-powered trials to a world-leading electric powerhouse. Our journey begins in 2015. While hybrid buses were already common, fully electric was the next frontier. Go-Ahead London took the leap, becoming the launch customer for a brand new vehicle, a collaboration between Chinese battery giant BYD and British bus builder Alexander Dennis, or ADL. They placed an order for 51 of these single-decker Enviro 200 EVs. By September 2016, these quiet, zero-emission buses officially hit the streets, completely taking over central London routes 507 and 521. For the first time, daily commuters were experiencing a silent, smooth ride through the heart of the city. The revolution had begun. Over the next 2 years, the electric hum started to spread. In late 2017, Route 360 joined the electric club. And by 2018, other operators like Metroline were getting in on the action, electrifying routes like the 46. These early models all shared the same DNA, a reliable BYD chassis and battery system, topped with a familiar and comfortable Alexander Dennis's body. It proved that electric buses weren't just a novelty. They were reliable workhorses ready for London's demanding streets. But the real game-changer was just around the corner. While single-deckers were great, London is the city of the double-decker. The question was, could electric power handle the size, weight, and capacity of the iconic red giant? In July 2019, we got our answer. Metroline launched the very first ALI electric double-decker, the Enviro 400 EV on Route 43. This was a monumental step. It wasn't just a bus, it was a statement. The future of London's public transport was electric, and it was 2 stories high. The double-decker boom had officially started. The momentum was unstoppable. In February 2020, another milestone was reached when Route 94 became London's first 24-hour, fully electric double-decker route. This proved that electric buses could handle the relentless, around-the-clock schedule that the city demands. But simply being electric wasn't enough. The goal was to make buses the most attractive way to travel. So in late 2021, Route 63 introduced an upgraded future-spec Enviro 400 EV. These weren't just buses. They were designed to be passenger experiences. They featured beautiful skylights on the top deck, hubback seats for extra comfort, phone holders, and USB chargers at every seat. It was a clear signal. Post-pandemic, London's buses were competing on quality and comfort. As the fleet grew, so did the need for smarter charging. In 2021, Route 132 introduced the first Enviro 400 EVs fitted with a pantograph. This system allowed the buses to get a rapid top-up charge at the bus terminal during their short breaks. It meant they could run for longer, more demanding routes without needing to return to the garage for a full recharge. It was a critical piece of the puzzle, making the electric network more flexible and efficient than ever before. This innovation proved that infrastructure was just as important as the vehicles themselves in the journey towards an all-electric city. By 2023, the partnership between BYD and Alexander Dennis was a resounding success. In August of that year, they delivered their 1,500th electric bus to Go-Ahead London. Think about that 1,500 electric buses from a standing start just 8 years earlier. These new buses were deployed on South London routes like the 163 and 164, replacing older diesel models and bringing cleaner air to more neighborhoods. But this milestone also marked the end of an era. In 2024, the original BYD-ADL partnership concluded, paving the way for a new chapter. Alexander Dennis was now ready to go it alone. This led to the launch of the next-generation Enviro 200 EV. An Enviro 400 EV. For the first time, these buses were built entirely in-house by Alexander Dennis. Using their own chassis and integrating batteries from CATL, another world leader in battery technology, these next-gen models represented a huge step forward in design, efficiency, and range. And where did they make their grand debut? On the new Superloop Express network? In March 2025, the brand new Enviro 400 EVs started service on the SL6 route, connecting West Croydon with Russell Square. By late 2025, London's fleet had swelled to over 2,000 zero-emission buses, with the Enviro range being the undisputed king of the capital's streets. So, let's break down what the fleet looks like today, in late 2025. It's now split into two main families, the original BYD-ADL partnership models and the new all-ADL next-generation buses, or single-deckers. The Enviro 200 EV is still the most common electric bus you'll see. There are over 700 of them in service, operated by giants like Go-Ahead London, RAT, and Stagecoach. They come in different lengths to suit different routes. From shorter 9.6-meter versions for tight city streets to longer 10.8-meter models for high-capacity corridors. Most new single-deckers arriving now are the next-gen model, featuring the latest battery tech and a fresh design. And then there's the big one, the Enviro for OOEV double-decker. With over 800 in service, it's London's most common electric double-decker. These are the buses you'll see with the high-spec interiors on routes like Abellio's Route 63 or Metroline's pioneering Route 43, just like the single-deckers. The latest models hitting the streets are the next-generation version, Arriva London's new fleet for the Superloop SL6, and Stagecoach S buses for routes like the 61 are all. Next-gen, these buses boast a massive 472 kilowatt battery, giving them incredible range and efficiency, easily capable of handling a full day's work on a single charge. Looking back, the 10-year journey of the Enviro EV range is more than just a story about buses. It's a story of vision, collaboration, and relentless innovation. From those first 51 single-deckers to a sprawling fleet of over 2,000 zero-emission vehicles. London has set a global standard for urban transport. The silent hum of an Enviro EV pulling away from a bus stop is now the sound of a cleaner, greener, and quieter city. It's a testament to what can be achieved when technology and public service come together to drive change. Thank you so much for watching. If you're a fan of public transport, electric vehicles, or just love London, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories like this. See you in the next one.